Hey, I've been watching Impractical Jokers all day and grading papers, and just see some things that before you take the test tomorrow, I want to make sure I go over one more time. I'm grading the Essential Question 2 worksheets, and just a couple things that I've seen a lot of people miss. Um, Make sure when the question says, what's the difference between native-born and naturalized citizens? The answer is only native-born citizens can be president. A lot of people have had something about voting. Any kind of citizen can vote. Native-born and naturalized citizens compared to resident aliens, voting would be a good one. But with citizens, it's just one type of citizen can be a president, the other type, everything else except be president. I've noticed on one question, when it talks about how does jus soli affect deportation, just make sure you explain how it's the illegal immigrant's kid that's a native-born citizen, and we could either deport a U.S. citizen, which is against the Constitution, or we could, break up families, which doesn't make us look good. That's kind of what was happening earlier this year when we had family groups that were being split up, and President Trump took a lot of heat for that. So it's just, it's a problem with immigration. It's not the easiest thing to solve, illegal immigration. We've been handling it for 35 years and haven't come up with a good solution because it's a difficult thing to handle. Those are the main problems on that worksheet. Most of the other stuff we've done good on. Just make sure you know why refugees come here versus why regular immigrants come here. Refugees come because their home country is dangerous, either because of war, persecution against their type of people, or a natural disaster. Immigrants come here for the same reasons your family might move somewhere else: better life, better education, better job, more money, safer environment, anything like that. On the other worksheet that was with Essential Question 2, naturalization, you had to know the steps of the naturalization process. I've been kind of looking over that one quickly. A lot of people use the internet. I'm sure there's really specific stuff on there. Main things you need for us are just simply this. With naturalization, to become a citizen, first thing is you have to get a green card. That could take up to 5 years. Some people it happens in a year. Some people it takes up to 5 years. Once you've got your green card, you need to put in 5 years of living here to show that you are just fitting in. After you've spent those 5 years, now it takes about another year to get all of the details done. This is where you would send in your application. You would get fingerprinted to make sure that you aren't a criminal. They would do an interview with you and with people that know you to make sure that you're a good person. You would take a test on English, on citizenship with the government test, and a history test, a U.S. history test, to make sure you can be an American. After that, you would take the oath of allegiance, which is where you get sworn in as a citizen. So those are the main steps there with naturalization. If you listen to how I was explaining it there, it could take anywhere from 7 to 11 years, because you could get your green card in a year, put in your 5 years of waiting, and then a year of all the other steps. That's about 7 years. If it takes the whole 5 years for it to get a green card and 5 years of putting in time, then a year for the citizenship steps, you're looking at 11 years. So 7 to 11 years. Everybody that comes here has to show that they either have a job so they can support themselves, or they have a family they're living with that will support them. We want to make sure nobody comes here and in those 11 years they're trying to become a citizen, they are homeless and struggling to get by. We want to make sure people come here and can succeed. That was the answer there that a lot of people missed. One of the questions said, what happens if an alien travels to another country during citizenship? To make sure someone's not leaving the country to smuggle drugs in or to do terrorist activities. If you are a resident alien and you leave the country, you have to start the process over after waiting 2.5 years. It's kind of harsh, but it's to make sure our country is safe. Other than that, I think number 10 said, what rights do citizens have that resident aliens do not? I've had this in a couple different videos. Citizens can vote, citizens can serve on a jury, and citizens can run for office. Once a resident alien is a citizen, they can do those things, but until they are, they can't. Just a couple quick things that I've seen while going over these worksheets. I'm going to throw this on Google Classroom. Hopefully some people watch it, and you do good on the test tomorrow. You've got the study guide. Hopefully you played Kahoot today. I know Mrs. Underberg had to leave early. Hopefully everything's good. Make sure you take the test tomorrow during class, and that's it. Usually if you didn't have all your work in by the day of the test, you wouldn't be able to get it in. Since I'm gone and since things are weird right now with COVID for everybody and people missing lots of days, if you don't have all your assignments in and you need a little bit more time to get them in, just get them in. I'd say by middle to end of next week. We'll probably put a cap on it, but if you're trying to get stuff done, this weekend's a great time. See you later. Bye.